It feels like artificial intelligence is just everywhere these days. Its potential seems
It
boundless.
really does. Hard to ignore.
But today we're zeroing in on one specific and I think really crucial area, education.
Right.
We're going to do a deep dive into a pretty major initiative happening over in China.
Yeah, we've got this report from the Global Times. It lays out a proposal from the Chinese Ministry of Education,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about fundamentally weaving AI into their entire education system.
The entire system. Wow. Okay, let's try and unpack that a bit. So the ministry, and it's not just them, right? There are other departments involved.
That's right, 8 other departments working alongside the Ministry of Education.
Hmm.
It underscores just how broad this push is.
So this isn't just like a pilot program in one city. They're talking about embedding AI into, and I'm quoting the report here, the whole process of education.
Exactly. Think curricula, textbooks, teaching methods,
Mm.
the works.
So for you listening, trying to get a handle on this, it's a really comprehensive transformation they're aiming for, affecting what's taught and how it's taught.
hmm The report uses terms like digitalization and intelligent upgrading. That's the goal across the board, primary schools, secondary, and universities too.
Intelligent upgrading. I suppose that means using AI to maybe personalize learning, understand student patterns better.
That seems to be the idea, moving beyond just digital tools to using AI to actively shape and ideally improve the educational experience.
Okay, this is fascinating. And we also have some perspective from an expert, right? Someone on the ground there.
Yes, Lionel M. Ney. He's the founding president of the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology in Guangzhou.
Oh, okay.
He spoke recently at a China Public Diplomacy Association event, and his comments really add another layer to this.
What was his main take?
Well, one thing he really emphasized was how AI can accelerate the way different subjects connect and overlap.
Interdisciplinary integration.
Exactly. He gave examples like computer science merging with medicine, or even with the humanities. It's not about keeping AI siloed in the tech department.
Right. It's about how it can spark new ideas across different fields.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. For anyone listening, you can probably think how AI might shake up your own field.
Definitely. And this ties into something else he mentioned, this concept of T-shaped talents.
T-shaped talents. Explain that a bit.
Sure. So the T represents having deep expertise in one specific area that's the vertical bar of the T.
Okay, depth.
Right. But then you also need broad knowledge across several other related disciplines. That's the horizontal bar.
Ah, I see. Deep knowledge and broad understanding. That seems incredibly useful, especially now when things are so complex and interconnected.
Precisely. And Nice sees developing these T-shaped individuals as a really central goal for higher education in this AI era.
And does the ministry's proposal reflect that?
It seems to. It talks about an integrated approach to AI education across all levels. So for universities, they're thinking about general AI courses for everyone.
Like a baseline AI literacy.
Yeah, exactly. A general understanding. But then also more specialized smart courses for students who really want to go deep into AI applications within their field.
Okay, so a two-pronged approach at the university level. Foundational knowledge for all, plus specialization. What about the younger kids? Primary and secondary schools.
Well, for them, the focus starts with building a solid foundation and, relevant IT skills, basic digital literacy.
Makes sense.
But interestingly, the proposal also encourages schools to develop specialized AI courses, even at these younger ages.
Really? Even in primary school?
It suggests an encouragement for it. So it points towards a long-term strategy, getting students comfortable and fluent with AI concepts right from the start.
Okay, that's a significant shift. Now, the big question a lot of people probably have, what about the teachers? Does AI replace them?
Yeah, that's crucial. And Nine specifically addressed this. He was quite clear that, even with AI becoming more prevalent, teaching itself remains absolutely essential. Human teachers aren't going anywhere.
That's reassuring.
But he also stressed that this is a moment to explore new ways of teaching. It's not about replacement, maybe more about augmentation, changing the focus of the role.
So teachers become more like guides or facilitators, maybe,
Yeah.
working alongside AI tools.
That seems to be the thinking, leveraging AI to handle some tasks, perhaps freeing up teachers to focus on higher order thinking skills, mentorship, that kind of thing.
Okay. And the proposal also talks about new places for learning, doesn't it? Not just new methods.
Yeah. They mentioned establishing things like cloud schools, intelligent manufacturing spaces, and future learning centers.
Cloud schools. So, more remote learning options, less dependent on physical location.
Potentially, yes. Offering flexibility, maybe access to specialized resources regardless of where a student lives. And these intelligent manufacturing spaces sound like, high-tech workshops.
Hands-on learning with cutting-edge tech.
That's the impression, giving students practical skills alongside the theory.
And I saw something about a national experimental teaching center for AI plus X. What's the X?
Right, the X basically means
Well,
anything, any subject. It highlights how they see AI applying across the entire curriculum, not just tech subjects. AI plus history, AI plus art.
wow. Okay, that really underlines the integration aspect.
Definitely. And to tie all this together, they want to build a one-stop digital student community.
Like a central online hub for everything. Grades, resources, communication.
Seems like it. A platform to support this whole evolving ecosystem.
So it's the tech, the teaching methods, the physical spaces, and the digital infrastructure.
Yeah.
It's quite comprehensive.
It really is. And a major goal underpinning a lot of this is achieving large-scale personalized education.
Ah, the holy grail of ed tech for years, right? Using tech to tailor learning to each individual student.
Exactly. The proposal talks about integrating new models of human-machine collaborative teaching to make that a reality, driven by AI analysis.
And the hope is better results, more efficient learning.
That's the aim. Improvements in both the efficiency and the quality of education. If AI can genuinely adapt to different learning paces and styles on a large scale, well, the potential is huge.
Lionel Nye also made a point that really struck me. He said something like, the competition in algorithms is essentially a competition for talents.
Yes, that really cuts to the core of why they're doing this, doesn't it?
It does. It frames this whole educational overhaul as fundamentally about national competitiveness in an AI-driven world,
Yeah,
cultivating the people needed for that future.
absolutely. It links the educational reform directly to the broader technological and economic shifts happening globally. It's about building that human capital.
Which leads us to his acronym, a hero.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
a hero. It's his way of summarizing the key qualities he believes future learners need.
Okay, let's break it down for everyone listening. A is.
A is for AI literacy, that foundational understanding we talked about.
Right.
High-order thinking, so
Mhm.
critical thinking, problem-solving, creativity, the skills AI can't easily replicate.
Crucial. Okay, E.
E is for ethical thinking, understanding the societal and moral implications of AI. Really important.
Absolutely. Resilience.
The ability to adapt, bounce back, keep learning in a world that's changing incredibly fast.
Makes sense. And finally, O.
Openness. Being open to new ideas, new technologies, new ways of working and learning.
A hero. AI literacy, high-order thinking, ethical thinking, resilience, openness. That's actually a pretty good summary of the skills needed, isn't it?
I think so. And what's interesting is how it blends technical understanding with very human qualities. Ethics, resilience, openness. It's not just about coding.
No, it's much more holistic. It's about shaping well-rounded individuals ready for this future.
And it seems China sees this whole approach as potentially something bigger than just their own country.
Oh, so.
The report mentions an aim to serve as a model for other countries and even promote their AI and education solutions globally.
So there's a global ambition here, too, exporting their model.
It appears so. But it's also worth noting, Nate added a touch of realism at the end of his remarks.
Oh, what did he say?
He basically acknowledged that this is all a work in progress. He mentioned they'll be constantly reflecting on how to improve the process as they go.
So they recognize it won't be perfect from day one. There's a learning curve involved, even in implementing this AI-driven learning.
Exactly, a commitment to adaptation.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, what we've seen from this deep dive into the Global Times report and Lionel Nye's insights is, well, it's a really significant nationwide push by China to fundamentally remake its education system around artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's incredibly ambitious. It covers everything from the curriculum content and teaching styles to the learning environments themselves. It's far more than just adding some tech tools.
We've talked about the scope, the focus on new skills, those T-shaped talents and the A-hero qualities, and the shift in how teachers might operate.
And the underlying driver seems clear: preparing their population and positioning the country for a future where AI is central.
So for you, our listener, as you think about all this, it really begs some big questions, doesn't it? What are the real upsides and maybe the downsides of integrating AI so deeply into education?
Not just in China, but potentially anywhere this might happen.
Right. And how relevant are those A-hero qualities? AI, literacy, high-order thinking, ethics, resilience, openness for learners everywhere as technology keeps advancing.
It's definitely some food for thought about the future of learning in this age of AI.
Absolutely. Something important for all of us to consider.